Constants. In C#, the constants refer to fixed values that the program may not alter during its execution. These fixed values are also called literals. Constants can be of any of the basic data types, like an integer constant, a floating constant, a character constant, or a string literal. There are also enumeration constants as well. The constants are treated just like the regular variables, except that the values cannot be modified after their definition. Integer literals. Here an integer literal can be a decimal, octal, or hexadecimal constant. A prefix specifies the base or radix. 0x or 0X for hexadecimal, 0 for octal, and no prefix is required for decimal numbers. An integer literal can also have a suffix that is a combination of U and L for unsigned and long respectively. The suffix can be uppercase or lowercase and can be in any order. Here are some examples of integer literals. Floating point literals. A floating point literal has an integer part, a decimal point, a fractional part, and an exponent part. You can represent floating point literals either in decimal form or exponential form. Here are some examples of floating point literals. While representing using decimal form, you must include the decimal point, the exponent, or both, and while representing using exponential form, you must include the integer part, the fractional part, or both. The signed exponent is introduced by e, or e, small or big. Character constants. Character literals are enclosed in single quotes like shown and can be stored in a simple variable of char type. A character literal can also be a plain character, an escape sequence, or a universal character as shown. A list of some escape sequence codes. There are certain characters in C# which, when preceded by a backslash, will have special meaning and they are used to represent, say, a new line or tab. String literals. String literals or constants are enclosed in double quotes or with the symbol @. A string contains characters that are similar to character literals, plain characters, escape sequences, and universal characters. A C# program that concatenates string literals. You can break a long line into multiple lines using string literals and separating the parts using white spaces. Here are some examples of string literals. All the three forms are identical strings. Defining constants. Constants are defined using the const keyword. Syntax for defining a constant is as shown. The following program demonstrates defining and using a constant in your program. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result.